Senate has raised alarm over the growing use of dangerous chemicals, particularly calcium carbide, by fruit vendors to artificially ripen fruits, resolving to amend existing laws to criminalize such practice. The lawmakers, while describing use of hazardous substances for fruit ripening as a major public health threat to consumers across the country, called for more investigation into the ugly practice. The resolution followed a motion sponsored by Senator Antonio Corey Ani from Eboyin South, who demanded urgent intervention from relevant regulatory agencies. Subsequently, the Senate resolved to mandate the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration NAFDAC over the Federal Ministry and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to investigate the increasing prevalence of the harmful practice. The sponsor of the motion noted that the use of toxic chemicals for fruit ripening has led to serious health concerns, including cancer, kidney failure, and other life-threatening illnesses, warning that continued exposure could have widespread consequences for public health. Mr. Frank, I don't know if you've come across a video of a particular fruit vendor that was actually injecting most of the fruits. There was a time that it was a widespread situation and there was so much outcry. At some point, personally, I stopped taking most of those fruits unless I'm actually seeing it being plucked down from its tree. You know, this decision from Senate to criminalize ripening of fruits with chemicals, do you think this will be put into consideration?
Well, or at least for the man who has raised the alarm at the National Assembly, it's a good one, but it's not a new thing. Just even within the year, we also the issue of fufu. Are you aware that fufu does not have odor again because of chemicals? For you to use cassava to process, for you to cassava is what we use in processing fufu. It takes like a week, and the odor doesn't go away. But because of the use of chemical, there was a report in River State carried out by a radio station, and which was true. But see, my first time to eat fufu was in the school. That was my year one. I went to a cafeteria I've not eaten it before. Because I'm from a place called Anthony. We are not we are only pretty fishermen, not farmers. So I ordered for fufu, or what's called lolo, whichever. So I ate it. I thought it was the way gari is. So I just washed my hands with nothing and went away. As I'm approaching lecture hall, I don't know what I did, how I did. My hand just faced my nose. I perceived odor. Yeah. As if something was smelling. I did again. I began to ask myself, how come this odor was on my hand? I began to check. I only ate there. So I was curious. When I see something happening to me, I need to know. I went to that place, I ate. I said, my hand is smelling. What happened? Those people asked me, what did you eat? Did you eat gari? I said, I didn't eat gari. I ate it. No, you did not wash your hand with soap. It was then they brought soap to us. Like I said, go and observe. Fufu in the market today, you don't have the offensive odor because the chemicals will kill the odor, not to be offensive as it was before when we do it naturally. And even in Lagos, was it in Lagos 2-3 years ago? Some were also caught putting mango in drainage, using chemical to make it to ripe very easily. It's a common practice in Nigeria. And again, let us know this, like the lawmaker said, it's affecting our lungs, it's affecting our kidney, it's like affecting everything. And we don't have good health facility that will take care of all these things. So we need to appeal to the conscience of Nigerians who indulge in this devilish act, at least to leave it alone, to abandon it. I remember when I was a boy, when we go to the bush to pluck mango, we put it in the sharp sand. So that's what they are doing today. But they shouldn't use chemical, because it will, like they've said, it has adverse effect on us. Mind you, if a chemical that doesn't need to be in your body system goes into your body system, it will affect your head. Many people are dying unnecessarily. So my head. You don't know that maybe it is what you have eaten that will cause your death. And people know they will give one name to eat.
So
kidney failure.
This decision that's been taken by the Senate, how would they find out people that are faulty of this fruit ripening?
Chidima, there is nothing that, like I tell my family people, no secret done by any man. Like the Bible says.
You know the vendors of this
They
food.
know. Sorry. There's a cartel. They have what they know what they do. Sorry. So like issue of carbide. Somebody who is not maybe a mechanic going to buy carbide to do what? You are selling fruit. It's obvious. It can be investigated. See, it's not rocket science that's difficult in Nigeria to do.
No, that's another question. Has investigative measure been put in order to, always to hold corporates across the nation?
That what should be our next line of action. Can we use somebody as an experiment to look what you're doing is bad? Because I knew for this man to, like I said, I have come across this story before, not even this year, but thank God that it's a lawmaker coming out to say, can we look for laws to arrest this ugly trend that is also killing Nigerians? We are talking of health facilities that we cannot easily access, and we are discussing man-made sickness. It's man-made, because if I swallow, it's like I'm committing suicide. Going to take chlorine or anything, it's like committing suicide. So it's not a good development. So for me, I feel that there should be a law to guide this ugly trend, or to stop, not to guide, to stop this thing that is going on in our fruit market. But it's not everything that you see a mango to buy. The way the mango to your eye is so precious, but what makes it precious is chemical.
How do you differentiate from the chemical ripening foods from the original natural ripening fruit?
Well, it tastes like NAFDAC to use their instrument to test. But to the ordinary eye, sometimes it's difficult to differentiate. When somebody is ripening, it's ripe. We need to know what we are doing today. You using chemical to make your fruits to become ripe is wickedness, because you are also killing somebody.
So it's rather what's the word, impatience that puts most of these people to engage in activities like this.
Like for a fruit, that's why even when I was a boy, you look at the mango up. We waste things, a lot of things in this part of the world. You just use a stone or stick, you stone at the mango, it comes down, you go to it. By the time you take you make a bite, it's not, you throw it away. It's a waste. So in Nigeria, because we want to make quick money, like I told you, fufu is supposed to take 5 days for the fufu to become what you can eat. You use 2-3 days. Use chemical, use bleach or detergent to make it just ferment, and you will begin to cook it.
Detergent.
That's what I've been told. Go to market. I'll just do that research. I've done it. You will hardly hear offensive odor of fufu. Ask yourself what happened. Like I told you, when I ate fufu for the first time, the odor was on my hands until I have to go back to. Today, eat fufu, it's like you are eating gari. Sorry, that's the truth. So I just pray that we need to have conscience. Some of us have killed our conscience, so nothing touches us. Suppose you want to make your money, you can keep it and make your money, and people will be celebrating you. We need to avoid all this in our system. And I pray the lawmakers who have received this report should make things work in terms of law, because in Nigeria we have so many laws, but nothing works in terms of implementation. But Nigerians know they will carry a big hammer to kill a rat. But when you see elephant, you will not even use a armored car. You will use a stick or a broom to beat it small. I bet go. And you use a, my God. So for me, in conclusion of what I want to say, it's an act of wickedness. Because if you eat food that should nourish your body, in the end it becomes poison. It becomes poisonous. It's not a good thing.
But what do you think, quickly, while you conclude on your thoughts on this, what do you think has to, as Senate has taken steps to criminalize this act, what should be the punishment for such acts? Because, you know, as an analyst, a public affairs analyst, you also prefer solutions on things like this and give your own analytical structure.
A prison terms to it of 1 to 2 years. And if you are caught, it shouldn't be a framework. It should be somebody's frame up. It shouldn't be. It should be thoroughly investigated, and NAFDAC must get involved in this.
Well, since you said it's not something that can be detected with the use of our eyes, you cannot differentiate the fruits.
It can be detected.
Well, you said NAFDAC can do that.
Yes, well, I mean, using the facilities can be easily done.
Okay.
But now that you want to put into legislation, it is to go through proper investigation. Not just because somebody can be framed up because maybe it's selling his goods very well. Like when I went to Ebonyi, I did my friend Ebonyi is a state of food. Let me use that word. Because last year, I was near Ebonyi. You can't eat mango. You can't eat mango because what? Surplus. So you know where you see food to eat, you are not afraid. I mean, what I mean is not that I saw poison, no. But it's a place of food. But I do fruits. No fruit that you cannot get in a body. And it's like they are wasting it. But you don't see people coming to it. This campaign, it will, in a way, ameliorate this process.
Okay.
It will stop it.
All right. Well, we'll get your thoughts on that, Mr. Frank Nawaji.